everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, you're welcome. Kindly hit the subscribe button for updates and click the notification bell as well. Okay, so for today's video, we'll be trying the threading hairstyle. It's one of the best protective hairstyles I have ever seen. So kindly stay tuned if you think this is something you'd be interested in. African threading has proven to be one of the best protective hairstyles out there because so many people have tested and tried it, and the results have proven that yes, it is one of the best. Okay, so first I have to prep my client's natural hair. So that's my mom right there. The process is quite simple. So all you have to do is section your client's natural hair and then you start working into it. So you first comb the hair if it's actually straight, but you can see my mom's natural hair is a bit shrunk, so I had to divide into sections before working with it. So I divide my client's hair into sections and then I secure each of the sections with my scrunches. And then, as you can see, I'm moisturizing the section that I'm about to work with. So what I used is the yarn thread. It's available on the market. The yarn wool. That is what I used for this whole hairstyle. So for the section of hair you're working on, you would like to hold it a bit firm and then you start threading. So for your first threading, at the base, you make it a little bit firm. It shouldn't be too tight. Please, we are still protecting our hair, so the thread shouldn't be too tight at the base. And then, depending on whether you are a southpaw or a right-handed person, you wrap the thread in a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. So if you are a southpaw, you want to thread it towards the left. If you're a right-handed person, you like to thread it towards the right. Any way that works best for you. All that matters is that you are threading. You are hiding your client's hair under the thread, or you're hiding your hair under the thread. So our parents do it in a way that Charlie, by the end of the whole process, you realize that your hair is breathing, like your head is breathing. Because it's so painful. They usually make it very, very tight. They want to see our hair grow. So yes, it is nice, but please don't make it too tight. The scalp's gonna start breathing. So as you wind in the clockwise or anti-clockwise direction, you're actually working your way towards the hair ends, and then you knot the thread securely 2 or 3 times so that it doesn't unravel. Okay, so one more thing before we move on. Kindly make sure your threading exceeds the natural hair. So yeah, let it exceed the length of the client's natural hair. So if it is short, you make sure the thread passes the client's natural hair. Yes, that's basically it. Before you knot the hair, so that just in case you want to take it down, you could just cut off the knot and then voila, you take it out without actually cutting off your hair. So that is basically it. So as you can see me do, I sprayed some water in my client's hair, in my mom's hair, and then I used my shea butter or any moisturizer you have. Please kindly use as little as possible. I was using too much. Well, simply because this yarn thread usually sucks moisture out of your hair. So I felt like, why don't I add more shea butter so that just in case it is sucking the moisture out of my hair. The shea butter still protects my hair, it still keeps my hair moisturized. So in the whole process of keeping this protective style, you could actually coat it with shea butter. Yes, if you're keeping it for a week, you coat it with shea butter, because you coat the yarn thread itself. I mean, that's what is covering your hair. So you coat it with shea butter or any moisturizer you have, just so your hair is still moisturized even in its protective state. So just like you see me do, after sectioning my mom's hair, I sprayed some water and then applied my shea butter, and then I started winding the thread in a direction I felt was okay for me. So I gradually worked my way towards the end of my mom's hair. I made my knots. So just like you can see me do, I made my knots by exceeding my mom's natural hair. Yes, so I actually exceeded the length of her hair before making the knots, because we don't want to have issues when we are taking the hair down. So even as we try this for the last time, let's talk about some of the benefits that African threading gives or it does to our hair. So the first thing I would like to talk about is the fact that it reduces the tangles that we usually have in our hair. So African threading is basically stretching your hair using no heat but just thread. So it's mainly stretching your hair and allowing it to remain in a stretched state. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying, but it's like you stretch something and then you fasten it. It remains the same until you take it down. Another thing is that too much heat exposure could damage your hair. So this is one of the best hairstyles since you don't really require heat at all. Like no heat at all. You don't need any hair straightener to come and straighten your hair, because this thing usually gives you a stretched look after you take it down. Most people usually go for braids instead of African threading, but I feel like if you actually make it in a little smaller sections than these, you could rock it just like you do for your twists. So just do what works best for you. Do well to check the description box below for more benefits. Kindly leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.